Malaysia has been such a peaceful country, but everything changed upside down ever since the COVID-19 crisis that all started in Wuhan, China, December 2019. The virus then spread rapidly to all over the country. COVID-19, that stands for Coronavirus 2019. The World Health Organization has declared this outbreak a pandemic on 11 March 2020. And on 25th of January 2020, the first case was detected in Malaysia among travelers from China, and the case starts growing. This outbreak does not just affect adult workers, frontliner, but it also affects students from all range. Due to this pandemic, schools, universities, kindergarten are closed due to lockdown. There's 5 factors that will be explained by my team members why students are also affected by this pandemic.
First and foremost, emotion is the most common impact of this COVID-19 pandemic towards students. You'll see students are increasingly recognized as a vulnerable population suffering from high levels of anxiety, depression, and substance abuse. Students are required to change learning method from in-class to online learning. Therefore, when the nature of their educational experience radically changes, such as sheltering in place during the COVID-19 pandemic, the burden on the mental health of this vulnerable population is amplified, and it somehow causes the students to get stressed. The main stresses include financial constraints, remote online teaching, and the uncertainty about the future regarding academics and career. Inadequate efforts to recognize and address students' mental health challenges, especially during a pandemic, could have a long-term influence on their health and education.
Now I will talk about the learning efficiency. Firstly, about the internet coverage. During the pandemic, the learning process is still going online through electronic devices, but the problem is not everyone can afford to buy electronic devices such as smartphone, iPad and laptops. It may cause them having a hard time to continue studying in this COVID-19 situation. Moreover, not all places have a strong internet connection, and sometimes it depends on the weather. If the internet is lagging while online class, it may disturb their concentration. Next is about the environment. Before the pandemic start, they used to learn face-to-face at school, which is the most effective learning method as they have interaction with teachers and their schoolmates. The teachers also can monitor their activity at school. But now the pandemic changed the system. Studying online at home is really hard because there will be another disturbances such as video games and social media. They might skip in class as there will be no one monitor them at home, especially the students who have a parent that are too busy working.
Now we will talk about what factors influence students towards their interest in study. We can group them to students who have high interest in study and another group for students who have lost interest in study. There are some factors which shape the student interest on online learning during this pandemic. Firstly, we will see the factor for high interest groups, which are good internet coverage, better financial support, good time management, have a conducive atmosphere for learning, have good gadget or tool for learning such as laptop, tablets and phones, the effectiveness of online learning tools such as Kahoot, Quizzes, Flipgrid and Mentimeter. Next, we will see the factors which belongs to the lost interest group, which include unstable internet connection, extra financial burden as they need to purchase internet quota, poor time management, difficulty to focus on online learning for a longer period of time, do not have suitable gadget for online learning, and maybe the student have other responsibility towards their family, which make them cannot give 100% commitment to their study.
Social skills. Children's social skills after isolation are worrying as they are struggling to socialize even with their own classmates. Lack interaction between them will create a domino effect on their development, like socially awkward and struggling to even just having a daily interaction. Students are more hesitant to participate in the classroom activities and seem withdrawn during the classes. Online classes had disrupted students' daily routine, which caused them having trouble to adjust themselves in physical classes. After the pandemic, many students prefer to ask questions privately as they feel uncomfortable talking in front of their classmates. Children's social emotional development had been negatively impacted due to online classes. Most of them do not know how to regulate their feelings. As an example, children are willing to do anything to get people's attention, even by screaming.
Stress and anxiety among students, it will increase their quality of life and academic performance. There are a lot of possibilities students get stress and anxiety. One of the factors is academic. Students who receiving lower of grade during the time of study tend to get stress and anxiety. It is because they are too worried about their result and fear of poor performance. Besides, they face high workload pressure. Other than that, social factor, having negative relationship with family members and friends, it makes they have lack of support from both of them. Sometimes they do not have a good listener to share their problems. Last but not least, lifestyle factor. As most students always have insufficient sleep, it can cause sleep deprivation as students did not get a good rest. Poor sleeping habit is associated with increased anxiety and stress.
Audio Jungle.